Welcome to BrickTrains, and I'm Joey. Today I'm going to get into my big binder of vintage catalogs. I've got lots of these single sheet instruction sheets. They're not instruction sheets, they were essentially order catalogs. There's an instruction sheet that actually came in some of the smaller sets. I don't know, it just goes on and on. I can go through some of these in time, but today what I want to find in here is something called Snap. It was a magazine that Samsonite put out, and again, yes, I do a lot of Samsonite stuff. Oh, there's something that's a reproduction. Well, we're getting there eventually. Lots and lots of stuff in here. Should have had this pulled out. There we are. So, this little magazine. Actually, let's do this. Otherwise, I'll lose that little clear piece of paper, or clear protector too. Let's slide this over. Now, there's going to be no way for me to show this on camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and I'm going to go through it. There are pictures of each page. I've scanned pictures of each page of this. I sent them to Hugh at BrickSet. He's put them in the library, so you can go to the BrickSet website, and I'll put a link down in the description to the library, and you can go through this at your leisure. Look at every page. What I am going to do here is I'm going to take and show you those pictures. They'll be, let's see, I messed this up already. They're going to be right here. So start with the cover, and you have a picture of a balloon, and the Snap logo looks like it's made out of Legos. It says make your own Lego zoo, Lego games for all, how to Lego race dad. So it's that paper. When you're in kindergarten and they gave you that paper and you could actually see the wood chunks in it. It's the kind of paper. It's old. It's aged. Inside you have an introduction to Jane and Johnny. Welcome to the Lego Club. And they go on in there to talk about there's members all over the United States. At the bottom it says Snap is published by Lego Systems by Samsonite. And this is the club magazine. Copyright 1963, all rights reserved. Well, I hope they don't come after me. And I hope I don't tear this up. There's not many copies of this. This is the only copy I've seen of this one. It doesn't mean that there's not more. On page 3, you can win a big prize with your Lego models. With the help of dad, mother, sister, or big brother, you can win big prizes every month. So they had a contest. You could take a picture and send it in, and they would judge them, and then you could win big prizes. I think this is interesting nowadays. You know, we do all this on the internet. You take a picture with your phone. It's instant gratification. Post your pictures to Instagram, Facebook, whatever the kids are using nowadays. And now we even have a Lego Ideas website, so it's pretty interesting that all the way back in 1963 they were already thinking about what can the community provide as a source for ideas. Page 4, and I'm going to have to reach, sorry. I just realized I don't have my reading glasses on, which is why everything is fuzzy. Alright. So here's some of the prizes. You can win big prizes for best Lego models. A Royce Union bike. These steam engines. I had one of these steam engines when I was a kid. That's pretty cool. A science kit, microscope. If we go to page 5, you could get skates, an Aristocraft train, dolls, And a junior gym set. Just what everybody wanted, is a junior gym set. There's the entry form that you filled out on page 5. Remember, if your Lego model has wheels, you may win a jackpot prize. Wheels were the new thing. They had just been released and they were really pushing them. So prior to that, you had no trucks and trains, even though there were models of trucks and trains. They just didn't have any wheels. Unless you were doing the HO vehicles, which, you know, that's a whole other thing. That's another subject, another topic. So on page 6, you had Around the World with Jane and Johnny Lego. I'm not sure if that was their last name or what. But I'm not going to read through this comic and let you do that. It goes on to page 7, continues on. Shows on page 7, it shows the balloon that was on the front cover. Continues on to page 8. They're coming down. Page 9. That's the last page of the cartoon. So that's kind of interesting. You had a mini comic book in there. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4-page comic book. That's kind of cool. A lot of similarities to that. Through the years, they did comics. They do comics in some of the superhero sets. So page 10 is Lego Play for Dad and You. So this is a little article on how you can build, or let's see. So yeah, they're wanting you to challenge your parents, building skyscrapers and dolls. Write and tell us what you made and who won, Dad or you. Don't forget, you can send photos of what you made and perhaps you will win a prize. Page 11 is calling all Lego captains. 10 is a big number. 100 is bigger. 1,000's even bigger, but 1,000,000 is really, really big, isn't it? Well, there are millions and millions of children all over the world who play with Lego. That's no doubt. So being a Lego captain was, you were going to, this is kind of the beginning of a LUG, Lego user group. They wanted you to start your own little club. All the way back in 1963. Page 12, it's new, it's exciting, it moves. It's Lego wheels to make your Lego toys move. So this is a little advert that continues on page 13, and it shows the wheel toy set, set 605. And you know, it's obviously a advertisement. So for $4.95 you got extra parts, or the Lego wheel toy set was $4.95. Extra parts supplement boxes were 75 cents a box. Again, this is all Pick a Brick prior to Pick a Brick and being able to order online. Can you imagine back then you actually had to put money in an envelope or write a check and send it away and wait weeks, if not possibly months, for your stuff to come back? No sitting there looking at it on your phone, checking the order, watching to see if the mailman's going to show up, or instant gratification that we have nowadays. So page 14, let's take a Lego walk. So what this Lego walk is about is they're wanting you to take your parents on a walk if you live in a town or out in the country or wherever in skyscrapers, and they want you to pick something and build it. And I'm sure if you can send the pictures in and win big prizes. Page 15 is the biggest Lego building in the world. So this, if I remember right, model just right to Lego. Yeah, this was a very large Lego model behind her, and I think this was in the Denver headquarters at Samsonite. I'm not sure. That's pretty impressive. Even nowadays, that's an impressive building. I know they do a lot more impressive and detailed buildings now, or the statues that they build, X-wing fighters. But for back then, this was pretty impressive. I wonder how much of it is solid. What they would have used inside for structure, or if it's hollow or what. It'd be kind of interesting to find out what happened to that, and where it really was. Page 16, Lego shines. So you got 5 monkeys here, and 2 of these 5 cute little monkeys are the same, and you were supposed to find the 2 matching monkeys. Page 17, Lego line. Fortunately, mine has not been colored in, which is good. I believe when you connect the dots there, it ends up being a Lego doll. And I think if we go ahead and turn to page 18, yep, it begins them talking about the Lego doll sets. So they talk about traveling around the world and all the different characters. And if we go to page 19, it shows a matador and somebody from, I'm guessing that's Africa. Probably somebody from Egypt here in the bottom left. The girl on the front of the box, I believe, is a Spanish dancer. You got to remember, this was back in the 60s, so times are different, and yeah, cultural sensitivity was probably not highest priority. Still, it's interesting history. Page 20, we start the zoo. We got ostriches. Page 21, we have deer. Those deer are pretty clever. I bet you with those tubeless bricks, though, they had back then, that ostrich and those deers would have had a hard time standing up. Page 22 was an elephant. And page 23 were penguins. Now, these penguins, out of all the animals, the penguins look more like robots to me than anything. But pretty clever. Pretty clever, the things they did back with just bricks. No special parts. These are just roof tile slopes and regular 2x2 and 2x4 bricks. And then the back cover shows Lego Systems by Samsonite. Now mine, I'm going to try to show this, but let's see if I can get the focus over here. There's some crayons on it, and Janet apparently owned this. And there was an advertising for a toy department at this store in Racine, Wisconsin. I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce that other than Jones, which is my last name. But I would assume that these were pamphlets that you could get, or a toy store could get, a hardware stores, anywhere that was selling these Legos, and they would print their name here on the bottom. I'm sure you would get them in your bag when you bought stuff. Again, this is something to get you to come back to the store, a little advertising for them. So that's my Snap magazine from 1963. Again, I think this is in very good shape. Nothing's really torn. Some of the edges are have some hairline cracks in them. Little hairline tears, I should say. The color's good for the age. So there you go. Let's Snap magazine. Thanks for watching. Comment contest. What was the set number of the first set that had a real articulated, modern looking minifigure in it? This means arms and legs. Put your answer in the comments, and the first correct answer I'll pin to the top.